Hello and welcome back to the island of Dr. Morso. Made a good chunk of progress last time and finally found our way into this room that we just passed through previously. Nothing is moving, which means I have all the time I want to get things started. Alright, so mimics. 4 mimics. What can I do with them? Well, I can put them on this pressure plate. Okay, these are not all the same. It's good to know, I guess. I can put them on the Ormites as well. Ultimately, my goal is to kill the Hydra and get past here. When the Hydra is dead, there will be no more growth. Okay, this opens. If this goes in here, I don't think there's any reason I would want to trigger any of these then. What this is going to be is a mechanism where the briar grows. The instant any of these pressure plates comes up, almost. It's actually set up so that if all of the pressure plates come up at the same time, then I'm okay. But there's no way I can pair this otherwise. So really this is a puzzle about killing the Hydra in a single turn with 4 mimics, using the Ormite to change their orientations relative to each other. Doesn't sound like the worst thing. However, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little bit more complicated than that because I have five spots that I need to stab to kill the Hydra. I got 4 mimics. There are no cracked walls in this area allowing B-throw to get up to here. At least not that I can see. This is a level style that gives a little bit of trouble with regards to cracked wall type stuff, especially on corners like this. Okay, alternatively, well, I could stab this and move a mimic through turn order onto that spot on the same turn. Actually, I probably can't because the mimic will stab it. Then this mimic will see that there's a monster here and it'll get stuck. And then this tail segment will disappear on the Hydra's turn, which will be later than a mimic in the turn order, almost certainly. Yes. So that's not going to work. Okay, other things that I can do here. Well, if I were, for example, to stab here, this would come off on the same turn. Now, this is a problem because I can't actually kill that. But it is a thing to consider. Well, I actually don't really have a lot of ideas with this. And... oh no, I get an extra turn of leeway, because what's going to happen is I stab the Hydra. I stab the Hydra, and then the plates rise, which disables the force arrows. But Briar Growth happens before the plates rise. So we have the first turn, plate has risen, Briar still hasn't grown. Second turn, Briar grows, doors open, which means that this Briar can't grow because growth is already finished at that point. Then third turn it blocks. Okay. So I actually have 2 turns with which to kill everything here. Because in the first turn, like I get the Briar will grow before the green doors close. But if I stab it, then on the second turn with the growth on here, I can kill it on that turn. Okay, so what I really need then is to find a way that I can stab this, which doesn't seem all that bad because that means I just have a mimic facing here. I end this with a rotation and then everything kind of works. Let's go one more. So if I do something like this, for example, I can go that. Oh, but then it's going to move, which is fine, because then I can just turn again. Okay, this is actually a lot easier than I thought. I don't have to worry about that. It moves right away, but that's fine. Yeah, so that means I don't have to worry about much of anything. It does mean I have to worry about... well... it's gonna be a problem. The part that's going to be a problem the problem is going to be lining up the mimics in some way that's going to actually work. So I might want to do... what's my final move going to be? If I move diagonally down, and you're facing south here, which means that I can't move diagonally down and then rotate. I mean, I could rotate on the next turn, I guess. Okay, let's just keep it as simple as we can. So if we're here and here and we're moving down, then the problem is The problem is we can't really stab this on that same turn. Right, that would do that. If we do that... Okay, I need to think about this a bit more instead of just placing mimics at random and trying to get this to work. I can... Maybe approaching everybody from the right will be easier? Yeah, that'll be a lot easier, actually. Okay. So... Yeah, the problem with this is I was kind of thinking... So I can do that. And that gets you over. Which is where I wanted you. Right, there's still a problem here. Okay, well that somehow worked. I'm just kind of doing this randomly again, which isn't good. Yeah, and there's nothing I can do here now. I also don't like it when I have multiple mimics cutting this, because if I cut two adjacent tiles, then I'm giving myself trouble. There must be an easier way to do this than just fiddling around with the mimics. No, it didn't quite work. Although it gets me pretty close to what I wanted. Unfortunately, I can't. That's where it's going to be a cut. I can't move east at this point. Okay, well, if we have the last move, be moving from here to here. And that's when we place U. Sense? U. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, it's really not what I wanted. See, this isn't good because now... Oh, yeah, problem. Because now... Oh, hold on. I don't know where this one goes yet. But this is something good here. If I do something like this... That lines these two up. Now I'm nowhere close to what I need for this. That is possible. So where do I put you then? Like, I'm putting you here so that I can go up and down without getting you off of this tile, but I don't know if I even need to do that. I can just do that. And that gets you into position. And as long as I never move east... Never moving east is a bit of a problem, though. because I can't do that. I mean, I can go south here. That's not the orientation I wanted. What is the orientation that I want here? Probably that. But I want you to have the same orientation. You're here. Okay, so that means I don't... That means this is right. Then I can swing around like this. No, it doesn't. Yes it does, because now when I do that... Well, the thing is, that's a turn. Okay, if I do that... What happens here? What happens here is that I need to do two opposite moves. I need to move you south and you west on the same turn. So that's not the right spot. Well, okay, well, I've probably screwed this up then. Well, I mean, I can adjust things a little bit. Still not quite right. Hold on. So another possibility here is if everything that's lifted off gets pressed on the next turn before the briars grow. I have a little bit of leeway. Doesn't work though. I can't even stab it on this turn. Not that it would matter, because if I did, it still wouldn't be fast enough. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That's what I set up here. So using a mimic to stop you from losing your orientation actually turned out to be kind of useful. Well, what if we try the same thing I did before, but I have you start down here? How did I get you into this position without placing this? I did this. Okay. You're going to want to be doing a right turn. Oh no, I want you guys doing left turns. You're here. you're not facing in a way that's useful. Which is the advantage of having you start from the top, is I can get you to do that. If I have you starting from the top... Well, with this orientation you're fine. I don't need somebody stopping you here, because I can always just move south a bunch and then move north a bunch. Okay. Okay. Why am I doing that? That doesn't make any sense. Just thinking if I rotate and then I step down, that's not going to work at all. Where do you go? Stabbing here, we're stabbing here. We need somebody here facing right. There's a problem for you. Because if we move you off... Well, we can go right-left. Okay, because if we go right twice and then left... well, the problem is that then you can't rotate. I mean, this is the closest I've gotten. But it's one turn too slow. Okay, that's terrible. Okay, so since you're not doing what I want, in this position... You were here? Turning right? That wouldn't work, because then we'd have 3 here and it wouldn't be able to move, and then we wouldn't be able to stab it on the following turn. So no, this is the one that we need to stab on this move. Which means... we actually want you here facing this way. Okay, well... I had you facing a different way here. Can I do that? Not really. That's gonna cut, which I don't want. Although that does show me, actually gives me a completely different approach here. If I make that diagonal move to start, I'm pretty sure I can cut this. Oh no, but then I'm having to move right on my next move. It means I'm not moving left with you. Yeah, no, I don't want to start thinking about that. It's interesting, but it's not what is going to require. It's going to cause a bunch of problems elsewhere if I start changing my overall approach. It might be possible as an alternate solution. Okay, so problem here. Problem here is vertical preference, actually. What if I hadn't placed you yet? Because you're easy. Yeah, you can be the last one I place. You can be the last one I place, which gives me... Well, before we do this, again, think about the relative orientation. You're going to be facing north as soon as I step up. And then we have to rotate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. We actually want you... I'm rotating 5 times. This is actually... Fine, I want you one lower. There we go. Now when I step north from here, I make 2 cuts. This is easy, because I just do... Problem is now... Well, we want these two to be opposites. That's good to remember. I need to grab this, which is going to mess everything up. Where do you go? I wanted to say... That one's easy to do. Okay, let's get these figured out first. So to make this work, that, and we're facing okay. Yes, that's actually pretty good, except that I haven't grabbed this yet, which is going to be a problem for you. Because now we can do that. Is there a way I could have you be one higher? I'm not sure. Because if I'm putting you... Yeah, I could do that. But then you're going to be facing the wrong way. Oh no, that's fine, because I can fix it. No, that doesn't fix the problem. You're still the same height. We're just one higher. If you're both one higher right now, without B-throw being one higher, this would be good. Okay, maybe if we do it this way. No, this is all a mess. Because now you're in the wrong spot. You're still... Because what I want is I want you up one and you down here. No, I want you down one and over here. Okay. That's the final orientation that I want. And I want you both rotated like this, but you not rotated. And then when I step north, what'll happen is you will stab this. You'll step here, stab that. You will step north, stabbing that. You will step north, stabbing that. That leaves us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's not gonna work. So we have to do this. We have to do this by rotation in the final step. Which I think means I'm not actually making any progress here. You were not there. Okay, I think I know what my problem is. And looking at this, this is actually pretty obvious now. I'm kind of annoyed though. So I need to have these two sides, I can have it so that I'm always moving down and right, which means that I have access to these 4 tiles. With a sword here, this will face south necessarily, which means that if I move to the east, I can just stab this last one. So all the stuff that I've been trying to do was much more complicated than it really needed to be. Now... Alright, that's a problem. Place them in the other order. Doesn't actually help me because I haven't placed the other 2 yet. How do I get you 2 into these positions? I think I actually want you facing this way. Although then you're... Okay, well, kind of doing the same sort of thing I did before. Yeah, because now they're facing the wrong way, but if I do it this way, I'm going to be in the space. No. That. That works. Problem is... can't have my... if I do that... Right, I can't do that yet. I was trying to block the sword here so that you would slide vertically. Okay, you're kind of in a bad spot. Because now... I don't want you splitting. What's your turn order? 1, 2. That's going to be a kill. No, you're in a terrible spot here. That's just going to be death. Swing both of those. I mean, what's the final move I'm trying to make here? Like, using this side was nice because I had all these spots I could put a sword. But the problem with it Okay, well, let's try from this angle again. If I have sword here, and I move to the northwest, then it slides and cuts, mimic here, steps and cuts, here, steps and cuts. That leaves us with 5 that we cannot touch. So what's going to happen is that this will move here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then moving west, to hit this. I have to somehow also cut this tile, which is impossible. Okay, so that's not going to work. From that position. You know, since I'm here anyway. I was wanting to test that prior wouldn't grow over this. I think it just grew out this way. Okay. I managed to prevent anything from growing by doing that. So what? If I had done more stabs in conjunction with it, then maybe I could have done something with this. Let's see, next turn. What happens next turn? No growth. Okay, well this means I can do this pretty much whenever I want, and that's still fine. Okay. So with that in mind, I can be placing more. Like if I did something like this, or even... No, that's a problem, because if I make a cut, then I'm releasing stuff. Well, unless I had another mimic here. that's not good. Okay. Back up. Hold on. Before I do anything here. Oh, I can't. I can't rotate the sword to get it where I want from this position. I was thinking... Okay, well, if I do this... Too slow. So the plan was... That wasn't the plan at all. Okay, well, I kind of like what I'm seeing here. Like with this whole thing. Which means these... See, what am I trying to do here? Your purpose is just to step here. The problem is... when I do this... Wait, did I just solve it? No, because you didn't move. But if I had one here already, then that would work. So how... So the problem is the B throw's in the wrong spot. Ah! Oh, you went the other way because I was over too far. Yeah, no, the problem is the B throw's in the wrong spot, right. Would it be over a little bit further? Probably. Ah! Why did that not work? No. That's the wrong potion. Well, now I'm just in the wrong spot. This is too late at this point. Okay, so I've made a fundamental misassumption. That's not a word. Bad assumption here. Because yeah, nothing's growing here. But I need to... toggle all of these on this turn. Well, I did have an extra potion. I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. Do I have something here that's workable eventually? Like if I play around with this enough, will it work? I don't know. Because that works. Problem is, I have to... Right, because I can't... Oh, you're on an arrow too. That's the other thing. Because of the way the turn order works... Yeah, I don't get an extra turn here. The difference between this and the previous state was that I actually need all of these to be held down at this point. Well, I need these two to be held down in order to get an extra turn, in which case I'm still going to be stuck. So no, this isn't going to work. This isn't leading anywhere. Man, what a terrible room. I'm not saying that because it's taken me over an hour to solve it and I still don't have a solution. I'm saying that because it's been an hour of trial and error without really anything that I can do to work with it. I might be making some bad assumptions somewhere, but it seems like the kinds of things that I'm trying are the kinds of things that I have to be doing to solve this puzzle. Okay, something else I can do. If I cut here, here, specifically on those two spots, I'm left with a bunch of size 3 snakes that are theoretically killable. Okay, so if I have that kind of a start, no, because turn order prevents me from stepping on that. Well, I mean, I can do that on this turn. But where is that ever going to get me? So that spot is interesting because I stab that, this is still killable. And if I hold this down, which, like I just demonstrated, is actually not that hard to do. Like I just demonstrated. No, it doesn't work because of turn order. Because the turn order of the Hydra specifically, it doesn't matter what turn order the mimics are in. I need that spot to be clear. Okay, well, what that means then is I do just need the one. Well, provided I choose a different one. Because I can do that. Keep it. But unfortunately, well, I have another turn. What was the point of placing you there? Right, stabbing this just keeps you stuck. Unfortunately, you're slower than... Oh, I mean, I could do that again and it would be fine. Then I need this held. Nope, too far over. If I... Nothing's grown yet, but there's nothing good about to happen with this. Having my sword facing a different way actually makes a difference if I'm placing mimics on the pressure plates. Because now... Let's see, I can wait a turn. Can I? Okay, well, I think I just got it. Don't feel good about that. I mean, I'm glad it's done, but... Ugh. Terrible. Terrible room. Okay, so how am I supposed to solve this? Author demo, what do you do? Yeah, you do the plate trick. I don't think that watching a bunch of demos is going to make me feel better about this room, but that's what I've decided to do. Oh, same thing. Same thing, just faster. Okay. I'm not gonna check out Insoluable's faster demo. He did something different, I'm sure he worked hard for that. Well... we won't spoil that one on in the video. Depressing dungeons. Well, will it be more depressing than that room we just solved? I don't know. With a little help from my friends. We'll see what that's about next time.